Welcome to this Sunday's Gospel Reflection. Well, these days we reach the frenzied climax of the European Football League. All the excitement comes from a desire, an ambition to end up the winner. Let the best come first. This reminds me of the little story when Jesus himself went to watch a football match. He wore a colored hat and painted his face in rainbow colors. And when the Reds scored their first goal, he went into a frenzy, screaming with joy, yes, waving his rainbow flag. The match continued and became very tense until the Blues, they scored their own first goal. Jesus reacted with the same enthusiasm, with the same joy, ecstatic. Jesus reacted with the same enthusiasm, joy, and ecstatic screaming. Those next to him were totally confused. But, excuse us, sir, whose side are you on? Which team do you support? They asked him. And beaming with joy and energy, Jesus simply answered, all sides. Aren't they all my brothers? You see, for us humans, as well as for nature, the rule is survival of the fittest. The strong ones will survive. The weak ones will perish. The strong are winners. The weak are losers. It's nature's way of choosing the best. For nature, just as well as us human beings, is selecting the best and rejecting or eliminating the weak in favor of survival. For God, choosing means a totally different thing. He never chooses the best. He always chooses those he loves. Not because he loves the special or preferred ones, or those more deserving than the others, but because he freely chooses to love each and every one as special, unique, equally precious individuals. His love is free, unconditional. He gives it both to the best and the worst, the strong and the weak, because he gives it just because he wants to give it. All that he wants is for everyone to experience his love. And for that to happen, he chooses people like you, like me, to become his apostles. That is, someone whom he can send to carry and bring this message of love to each and every one of the brothers and sisters. There are many ways to carry a message. In olden times, they used to send messages through Homer doves. Then the postal services came about. Today we have Facebook, we have emails, we have couriers, excellent messengers to carry information, words, or things. But who can best carry God's only and most precious message? That is, his love, that he is love, and that he wants to give love. For this, he chooses first and foremost his only Son, Jesus. Only Son. Like each one of us, we are only sons, only daughters of God. And through Jesus, his only Son, his own beloved brothers and sisters, who is unique, irreplaceable, and equally precious. and that is you, and that is me. You see, love is not just a message that can be transmitted through writing or by email. I can write beautiful emails, but love can only be given by and through a loving person. Jesus did not choose the apostles to be gentle pigeons with little scrolls or even the Bible book itself attached to their legs. The apostles needed to be themselves the message because love is always a person and not just a letter or a book or a library. Those are words. And the word had to become flesh. And love has to become a person. He chose us and him before the foundation of the world to be holy, without stain before him in love. He chose us in him. God so loved the world that the only letter he sent to us was his son Jesus, to save us not just by his teachings, but first and foremost by loving us unto the end, giving himself up on the cross. This is why Jesus cannot love anyone without transforming and changing him or her into a lover. He cannot choose anyone without sending him or her out to be love itself among all brothers and sisters. That is what being an apostle means. Today's gospel spells out the qualities of a genuine lover, of genuine love. First, Jesus says, take nothing for the journey. No food, no sack, no money, but take a walking stick. Love does not put its security in food or in possessions. It is free from its own needs and worries to be able to walk the talk. It just needs a walking stick as a support to continue the journey, even when love gets tired. Love perseveres, never gives up. Second, Jesus said, wear sandals, but not a second tunic. No spare clothes in your luggage. Walk with dignity, with safety, to face the hazards of the road. That's the sandals. Wear sandals. They mean protection from the roughness of the road, but always in dignity and self-respect. Take no second tunic to rely on yourself and your own resources, but rely only on God's providence alone. To persevere, you need to live by what you are given along the way, and not by what you carry with you along the way. Third, wherever you enter a house, stay there until you leave. Stay there until you leave. Even if you know that you must move on, be fully present and committed to the people who welcome you. But don't settle down with them. Build lasting relationships with them, but don't become attached or dependent on them. A house is never a hostel. It is a place where your love will take its own routes, but to be able to fly away, so that even when the time comes for you to leave, yes, you may leave, but your heart will never leave those whom you have learned to love. 4. Whatever place does not welcome you or listen to you, Leave there and shake the dust off your feet in testimony against them. What does this mean? Be free. Be free enough not to impose or force yourself on others. You can only give a gift to those who are willing to receive it. You cannot save anyone against their will. So be careful, shake off the dust. Watch out, because you might get contaminated by their own stubbornness or refusal. Because you too are capable of refusing to live up to what you yourself are preaching. You too may stop listening to the message that you seem so enthusiastic to give to others. You are no better, you are no stronger than the ones you are trying to love and to help. So do not take a holier than thou attitude, but remain humble, faithful to the love that you are sent to give to others. Your faithfulness will be your witness to the gospel. And number 5, they drove out many demons, anointed with oil many who were sick and cured them. If you live up to this life-giving but tough, demanding conditions of love, you will be my true witnesses. And your love will work miracles of enlightenment and healing in a world that is still so enslaved by evil, sick, and dying of selfish sinfulness. And differently from a game of football, one side doesn't win if the other side loses. But if we live the gospel, one side will only win when all the sides win with him or with her. God bless you.